I'm sorry, this is the last straw. You're fired.
Boss says. Fine. Here's my badge and gun then. I slammed him on the desk, but boss looks confused. What the fuck? Why do you need a gun and badge when you're a waiter?
That's when I realized my boss doesn't look like how he usually does. He's not wearing his suit, which is his uniform. And I look around. I'm not in his office where he likes to display his pictures and awards. It's just a room off the side of the kitchen. What? How do I even get here?
Get out. Now.
Boss tries to sound tough, but even the most careless can hear the tremor in his voice. Very out of character for him. But everything surrounding me is out of character. None of this makes sense. How did I even get here? Whoever's sitting in front of me is boss. And I did walk into the time agency headquarters. How am I in a restaurant now? I look around me, and everyone in this kitchen is staring at us. Or, I guess it would make more sense that they're just staring at me. I take a good look at everyone in the kitchen, and they all look incredibly familiar. They're all members of my team at Time. I look at my boss again, and now his face is as white as the sheets of paper in front of him on the table. I grabbed the papers, hoping they would give me some explanation. Last time I saw papers on my boss's table, they were the paperwork of the projects we were working on across the timelines. Why are they just receipts now? What is going on? I look at Jared, the junior on my team, supposedly, across the kitchen, and he's clutching his knife, waiting for me to make the next move. He's usually the more timid one. I guess that didn't change, wherever I am now. I look down at myself, and I'm not wearing my uniform either. I don't know what I'm wearing, but it doesn't even look a semblance of my usual slick black suit. Instead, I'm in the most stereotypical waiter outfit. I don't even know where I pulled out my badge and gun in the first place. I grab them back from the table, and boss screams. Once again, extremely out of character, but I guess he's not quite the boss I know. I ignore the piercing scream from him and everyone else in the kitchen and rush out of the office, or the restaurant. How did I not notice me walking in the restaurant? How did I not notice that it's not the high-rise building I work at every day? I look around the area I'm at, and all the shops are in the same place. They look the same, but when I look closely, there are noticeable differences in each of those shops. Like, the name of the building across the street has a different spelling, but the sign is the same. The bakery has the same name, but the layout inside looks different. The cars that are usually parked outside don't have the same license plate, but their models are the same. How did I even walk into the restaurant without a shadow of hesitation? I literally walked in like how I used to. Wait. That's because I didn't walk into a restaurant at all. I revised the memory I had up to the last 15 minutes, and I clearly walked into a building. I definitely walked into a building. How the hell did I end up at a restaurant? In a different area than I worked at? I look back down at my clothes and scour through all the pockets I have. There must be some sort of clue to tell me what's going on. All I have retrieved that is useful is my phone, which no longer has a crack in the screen. I input my password and my agent number, and maybe I should be surprised. It unlocked. All the information is unbelievably mundane and boring, containing absolutely nothing of value other than how my life is supposed to be, which is as mundane and boring as I can deduct from my info gathering. All I have left on me from, I guess, my past is my badge and gun. That's the only thing left on me that solidified my identity as a time agent instead of some waiter at some restaurant somewhere. I pull out my ID from my badge and flipped it over to the chip at the back. There must be something wrong with the chip when I entered the office building, right? But what is wrong? God damn it, why is this happening? I mumbled as I rubbed the chip, hoping something could fix it. You know that's not how the chip works. A voice rings behind me. A familiar voice. I instantly pinned the voice to a face in my memory. I turn around, and I was correct. A woman donning a long coat and turtleneck stands behind me, and I hate how I can immediately recognize who she is, despite the different clothes she wears from when she was still in office. Of course you're behind us. I growl at her. Her presence immediately makes this entire situation a lot more bitter. I didn't do anything. She shrugs. Like this situation has nothing to do with her. You know this is going to happen at some point, no? I glare at her. No, I don't know this is going to happen. Get me back to my timeline. Now. Oh, you sweet, sweet, ignorant child. You've always been so ignorant. She mocks me, which only sends fire down my gut. No, I'm not. Send me back. Now. What makes you think I have the power to send you back? I have no power here. Just like everyone in the world we know. Despite how we act. I'm not gonna listen to your bullshit. Send me back now. I lean closer to her, hoping to threaten her well enough to shut the fuck up and reverse what she did. Because I know for a fact she's behind this. I can't. How many times do I need to tell you? You know why I did what I did back in the office. You know I was correct. And congratulations, you can finally witness my warning coming true. Don't act all surprised now. I've warned you. I've warned boss, I've warned fucking everyone, and no one even bothered to listen to me because clearly a time disaster, a time chaos, doesn't sound as cool as being a time agent. Look at yourself, you're so awesome, traveling across time from the past to the future. Like, that's not dangerous enough. We have no right to fuck with time, to fuck with natural order. But not only did we do that, we decided to fuck with other universes as well. Because why not? Nothing could go wrong. Even when I fucking told people about it. And when I told you about it. No one cares. Not when we can play God. When we can be God. Why would that warning matter? I have nothing to do with this. Oh, really? Weren't you the one who suggested universe jumping? Weren't you the one who pushed for agents to do universe jumping? Weren't you the one who decided to ignore me and the dangers that are potentially there because I was being a coward, unlike you? And look at yourself now. If it isn't the consequences of your own actions, it bites you in the ass, buddy. She gestures at my white t-shirt that is my waiter uniform, which looks starkly different from the slick black uniform that I wear every day. For when I was looking over time and timeline, guarding the dangers against the past that shapes our present and future that will benefit all. And that's my duty. That's my job to protect and secure humanity. That's what happens when you decide to ignore people's warning and decide you're going to step up in the agency by fucking with other universes. You should have seen it coming. And now, this is your punishment from the universes. She gestures at me again, as if trying to shove the fact that I no longer am the time agent, and I can never resume that position, that prestige, that divinity. Not anymore. Do you have any idea how much of an idiot you look like right now? It's only a matter of time before you face your own demise. Even boss knows you're being reckless and stupid. Yet you still think you can be the pioneer of something great, something extraordinary. Your pride is truly something to behold. Why else were you so ready to abandon your badge back at the office? Fuck. She saw everything. I don't even know if I'm embarrassed or ashamed. I don't want to speak to her anymore. She laid out everything I've been neglecting, every flaw I have, thinking it will be fine, and no matter how hard I try to resist her words, she truly is the only one who would know how I even got here. I swallow my pride, like she wanted, and ask, just tell me, how do I get back? Please. I already told you. I can't. I wasn't just trying to prove to you that I'm right. I have no idea how to go back either. I also got sent here. Against my own will. And maybe the universe just has some funny way of telling me I'm right. But I have a feeling we won't be the only people that are going to be stranded here. So get cozied up. You have a lot to get used to.